Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Auto Break Fix. Uh, some of you guys might be wondering, what is this and why is my trunk open? Well, today we're gonna go over something that happens quite often in older cars. A couple days, it's been raining for a couple of days, and I opened the trunk to get something, and I noticed that there was a little bit of water that was sitting at the bottom of the trunk. And when I lifted, also my cardboard false floor that covers the spare was all teared into pieces and it's all damp. So in today's episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna teach you guys how to find out where the water is coming from in. So we're gonna do a water test, and at the same time we're going to rebuild the cardboard floor. So let's go ahead, let's get started. And the first thing we're gonna do is find out where that water is coming from. But before that, we're gonna detrim the interior of the car, and after that, I'll turn it around, put a hose on, and we'll let it run, see where it's coming from. All right, I already cleaned out the water and it's dry. As you can see, the water's been coming in here for a little while. Started to a little bit of surface rust. What I'll do is I'll just maybe spray a little bit of gravel guard in here afterwards, but it's not too bad. It didn't pierce the floor or anything like that. So the water was all in the frontal area here where the jack was. I already removed the jack. I already removed the spare tire. They're in the shed drying up. Um, my speculation is probably coming from the the taillights, the seals. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove these trims here on both ends, the trim right here, and I'll put some water on, let it run for a bit, and see where the water is actually coming from. So we're going to go ahead and remove the trims. So again, my speculation is that it's probably this little gasket here that's between the tail light and the frame of the car, which is leaking. It's a common point. If not, there could be a seal or a seam somewhere else on the body of the frame that over time it's cracked and the seal needs just to be refilled. So we're going to go ahead and put water, let it run for about 20 minutes. And if it's a big leak, hopefully we'll be able to see it in a lot less time than that. If it's a little bit of a longer leak, then it'll take a little bit longer. It could also be coming in from the vent trap as well. So it's another common area, but we'll hopefully find out very soon. Alright, so I went ahead and attached my hose with a little bit of painter's tape onto the back window here. I'm going to start letting the water flow out to represent rain. It's going to go down this channel here. It's going to flow down to each side and eventually fall down. But on that way, if there's any cracks or anything, it'll seep into the car and we'll see where it's coming from. That's step one. All right, so while the water is doing our water test for our leak, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rebuild the floor, false floor for where the spare, to cover the spare. I went ahead and bought a piece of plywood at my nearby Home Depot, and whatever was left of the carton one that was the original one, I placed it together, and I'm tracing it out, and I'm gonna cut it out with my jigsaw. So, sorry about my makeshift table saw over there, but yeah. So because I was looking on eBay, and the floorboard is about $85 to $100 plus shipping. Unfortunately, Honda, it's discontinued, and I was looking on a lot of scrap yards, and they were all in pretty bad shape. So plywood is going to work just fine. So we're going to go ahead and cut that up, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, so there we have it. We cut out our insert for the floor. We have a little special gift. Hey, buddy. Hello. Say hello. I know you haven't seen him in a while, but he's just still around. He always comes out whenever he hears something needs to be done. So we're gonna take and we're gonna sand down the edges. Right, Baker? And there we have it. New insert for our trunk. Saved ourselves about $50. Right? Happy with that? Happy with it? He's happy with that. Okay. What we're going to do also is we're going to take from the old insert. We're just going to take the foams and then I'll glue it on and I'll show you guys when I'm putting everything back. So now we'll go back to the car and hopefully we'll see where the water is coming in from. Good boy. All right, so here we are inside the trunk. I just put the seats down. Sorry for the echo. The water is running. And see, every good mechanic is sometimes proven wrong. It's not coming from the taillight seals. If you can actually see, it's coming from here. It's dripping down. As you can see, that where it was a lot of water accumulation from before. And what I can see is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's coming, the water is coming in from the trunk seal itself. There's two ways of fixing that. You can either remove it and try and tighten it, or replace the trunk seal altogether. But it is coming from the trunk seal. Water coming down and dripping right there. I mean, good evidence is there's already water stains there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the water. I'm going to open the trunk and we'll see if we can repair the trunk seal, tighten it up. If not, we'll just have to replace it. All right. All right, so what you're going to want to do is open your trunk very slowly. So from what we saw from the inside is that it's a trunk seal that's leaking. So we're gonna just try and remove it without tearing it. All right, so what you would basically do is when you would remove it is that you would close it, tighten it up, and put it back. But unfortunately, this one is all rusted through and it doesn't hold anymore. So there's two options. We would either purchase a new trunk seal, or what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean it up here, put some silicone all around, and reinstall it and do a test. All right, so we repaired the rust here as well. I repainted it, as you saw before, with a little bit of trim glad. I let it dry. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of silicone. I have clear silicone, and we're gonna fill it up here in the little holes. And don't worry if you have a little bit of excess. We're gonna put some all over, so when we put the seal back, it gives a good tight seal. That's right. So we just put our silicone down. We're gonna put back our seal. We're gonna put back the seal. All right, so we're back in the trunk. As you guys saw before, I installed the seal, I put some silicone, and we repaired the rust, and we painted the back end of the car. Now we're back in here, and you can see the water's been running for maybe about 15-20 minutes, and we're good. We have no more water coming into the trunk. Job well done. There you go. No more water coming into the trunk. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall my spare tire, install the spare. Remember, always got to drive around with a spare. And at the same time, we'll check and see that the floorboard that I cut fits. Hopefully, cross our fingers, it's a good size. All right, guys, so there you have it. We found our leak, we repaired our leak. Now I'm going to put back the spare tire and all the inner trimmings. And this is a good time to also check your spare tire to make sure that it has the proper PSI. Depending on the spare tire, usually it's a max of 60 PSI. Because I know not a lot of people check it. Trust me, I used to be a mechanic and I rarely check it as well. But it's out of the car, it's in our hands, might as well do it. So we're gonna install the spare, install all the trimmings, then we'll check and see if our floor that we cut is gonna fit. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, is it gonna fit? Perfect fit. All right, so there, it fit. Good stuff. Yes, I know it's plywood. It's a lot better than the cardboard that was there. If you want, you could always go ahead and just put a coat of paint on it to protect it. My wife suggested even put maybe a coat of resin, make it a little bit more waterproof if ever anything spills or any water comes in the car. I might go ahead and do that later on, but just for now, at least have a good floor. I can put back the carpet, and we have a trunk again. Go ahead and put the last bit. And there we have it. We replaced our floorboard. We diagnosed where the water came in and we repaired it. And so the car can keep going. No more water in the trunk. So guys, if you like this episode, please leave me a like and please share and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you follow me on Revel, please give me a like and a follow. All right guys, so I'll see you on the next one. Bye.